Hello Cedar Crest family, this is Johnny Mac. That sounds like an old phone tree intro. Sorry that I couldn't be with you here personally tonight. We are in our community groups this evening. But Miss Mary Lou did ask me to share with you briefly how the Louisiana Baptist Convention is helping to start and support church plants throughout the states. Of course, the LBC does far more than focus on church plants, but specifically the George Barnette, the majority of its funds goes towards starting and supporting church plants in the state of Louisiana. And indeed, North Hills, most of you know our story, starting, believe it or not, just over a year ago, September 11th of 2011 was our first service. But the LBC has helped us greatly in getting started as a new church. Primarily, they have helped us financially by sending us a check every month to support our budget needs. By doing so, they have helped us to not have to focus on the financial needs of the church, but instead to be able to focus on what is important, what we're called to do by Jesus Christ. And so that's been probably the greatest way the LBC through the Georgia Barnette Mission Offering has helped start North Hills, but also they've helped through training. Just a few weeks ago, they sent me as a church planter down to Alexandria, to Tall Timbers, to meet with other church planters and to talk about what God's doing throughout the state, and to be trained and encouraged and equipped in the work that's ahead of us. And also just through encouragement. The state not only just sends money and gets us trained and helped in that way, but they also encourage us. And they're an organization who genuinely cares about planting churches. Just a couple months ago, one of the representatives from the state office was through here and just was looking and asking how we could help, and just prayed for me and spent some time with me and Erica. And just there's a true spirit of a genuine desire to start churches throughout the state, and they are doing a phenomenal job in doing so. Although we are not defined as a new church, as North Hills by our denomination, I am truly pleased and honored to be a part of such a denomination as the Southern Baptist. It makes me very proud to be a Louisiana Baptist church planter. It also makes me very proud to give, and that's of the three things that I encourage our folks to do here at North Hills. Is I encourage them to give, of course, financially towards this missions offering. It's something that we're very active in doing in our church, but also encourage them to pray. Not every person may be able to give right now, this week or this month, but every single person can pray for what God is doing throughout our state in the area of planting churches. And finally, it's probably the greatest encouragement and the greatest challenge is to go. That God is still in the business and still desires to plant churches throughout our parish, throughout our state. And there are people in our congregation this morning at North Hills, and your congregation at Cedar Crest, and throughout other parts of Louisiana, that God is raising up men and women to go and plant churches and to be a part of spreading the gospel through building up of His bride. And so I encourage you to do those three things, to give, to pray, and ultimately to go. Thank you for allowing me to kind of be here through video tonight. Just pray that the Cedar Crest will be very faithful in giving to the Georgia Barnette Missions Offering for the greater goal of planting churches throughout our state. God bless you.